What's up, friends, foes, subbies? I am here today, not with my weekend vlog. I know I keep telling you I'm gonna edit it and I'm gonna post it, but I've just been so busy. I just went thrifting with my aunt an hour away from my home, and we just went to like maybe 4 different spots. Pretty fun. I should have brought the camera with me so you guys could see me and her shopping together. It was crazy, but this is besides the point. My video today, it's inspired by 2 or 3 people that wrote me yesterday asking me questions. And I'm kind of like honored to know that you guys value my opinion that much that you would write me, inbox me, and whatever. I see there are a lot of people on YouTube that are popular, that get the questions, and I even sometimes catch myself wanting to write them to ask them their opinion. So for me to know that someone thinks that I could do that for them makes me happy. So I'm going to make a video. Yeah. I don't know what to call this segment. Ask Dot. I know that I have Ask Dot on my channel, but it's Ask Dot personal questions like about me. So this could just be Dot says or um, therapy with Dot. I don't know. You guys give me an idea what you think I should entitle this before I make this video forever and keep yapping. Let me just get straight to the point. I have 2 questions that the third one is very like simple. It's nothing. The first one I'm gonna do is not gonna be as serious as the second one, so I'm gonna start with the first one. Just give me a second, y'all. Okay, are you ready? I'm ready. Okay. So this young man writes me and he asks, is it possible to tell someone you're getting to know too much too soon? I'll let you know in a second. I've heard of something called info dumping, and I don't talk about myself a lot. I ask a lot of questions, and women tell me I'm blunt. I thought if you like someone, it's good to ask questions and share as much as possible. But where do the timetables meet? Where should the line be drawn? The reason I'm asking you is because I've been watching your videos for a while and I'm digging you. You're honest and you make it very easy to understand. Oh, thank you. My point of view. Okay. So from a woman's perspective, how would you answer that? Okay. He also wrote a few other things. I don't know if that's personal or part of the question. Okay. To clarify the question, what he wants to know is sharing too much info with a potential um, soulmate, possible mate, um, is it too much if you share too much info? And if so, what are the rules? And where should you draw the line? Okay. Now, he wrote some more, but I'm going to just get straight into the point because I really don't want to make this forever like my other videos. Some of you probably stop watching it once you press play because you feel like I'm talking too much. So, young man, let me tell you something. Yes, there is a thing called dumpster, whatever, dumped, whatever. Hold on, what the hell did you call it? Guys, this is my first time doing this, so please give me some time. Info dumping. Okay. I never heard of the term info dumping, but yes, it makes sense. Um, there is an issue with giving too much too soon. Yes, there is a major issue. And I'm going to tell you why with a personal story. But before I get into the personal story, I'm going to tell you that when you first meet someone, in your case, a female, and you're getting to know her, you like her, you can so much tell her information about minor things. Like family, for instance, if you're taking care of your grandma, you can be like, yeah, I take care of my grandmother, I take her to the doctors, and we do this and this and that, but don't go into like what she's going to the doctors for. Yeah, she's had cancer for such and such. Just like leave that until like a few months into the relationship, when you know that you actually have a connection and this might be somebody that you can see yourself with in the future. But minor things like that you can get into, but once the details come in, it's a no-no. And if you're talking to the girl about yourself and you just keep talking and talking about all your accomplishments and whatnot, she might feel like you're showing off and you're cocky. And that's how I am personally. Like, if a guy tells me way too much within the first conversation, I'm just like, okay, he just wants to show off and he wants to get my attention and hold me there, so he's going to spill the beans about everything he's done in his life within the first half an hour of our conversation. No. What's good to do is listen to the women. Like you say you do. You ask the questions. But it depends what kind of questions you're asking. If you're going too personal, then you're crossing the line. Ask simple things like, what is it that you see yourself doing in the future? Like, dumb shit. Please excuse me for saying dumb shit. Simple things. Don't do too much. I'm not good at giving advice on camera, just like live like this. Like, I have to think about stuff before I answer it. But the way that I explain things are by sharing my own stories. So here's my personal story, and maybe it will give you an idea of why you shouldn't share so much info. So I recently, when I say recently, probably about a month or two ago, met a guy at a store. And the guy was working. And I've seen him a few times, and I never, paid him any mind. But finally, this guy approaches me, and then he's helping me, and we get into conversation. And I can tell that he's into me. So within the first 5 minutes of the personal conversation, he tells me how he was in a relationship and they broke up 3 months ago. But he hasn't answered her calls, and she hasn't answered his calls. It's like a tit for tat kind of thing. And he's like, yeah, I know that I'm not going to want to be with her, but she had 3 kids and I was raising her kids like they were mine, and I spent so much money on them. And then he starts getting into more personal things about his relationship with this young lady. And at first, when I saw him, I was like, oh, this could be a potential. That's why I say don't judge people by the way that they look. Because he looked like he was just very attractive. He looked like he had it up there, up here that is. But once he started spilling too much way too soon, within the first 5 minutes, I already knew that he was raising 3 children and they broke up and they were together for such and such time. And then after this conversation, he asked for my number. And I was kind of like, maybe I shouldn't give him my number because he was just getting too personal with me. Which I did. I ended up giving him my number, and within 2 minutes from me walking away from him, he sent me a text message of a picture of him. And I'm just like, he goes, just so you don't forget what I look like. And I'm like, okay, I just walked away from you. And stuff like that just turned me off. But what really turned me off to this guy and what made me not give him a shot was the fact that he shared way too much too soon. In his case, he shared it sooner than what you're probably talking about. He shared it within 5 minutes. But there have been situations where I've shared too much too soon, and the guys have been turned off by me. So, period, point blank. Don't share too much unless you know for a fact that this person is someone you can see yourself with in the future. And also, if that person shares with you personal things, then maybe you can slowly but surely, share your personal situations or whatever. But don't go higher than them. If they're telling you something that's like, oh, I got in a car accident and I broke my leg, don't say, oh yeah, I just had colon cancer and I got my whole colon removed, so now I have a freaking bag of doo-doo hanging from my ass. Like, don't don't do it like that. You have to be equal with what you share, okay? I spent like way too long on this question. Sorry you guys if I bored you, and sorry if I didn't make any sense. This is my first time making this type of video, so yeah. bear with me, please. Now, the second question, which is more serious, it's pretty deep, is from a young lady. And let me get straight to that. She wrote me twice. The first time she wrote me, I was thinking that maybe she wanted me to just write her back in the inbox, but I'm better with speaking than I am with writing for whatever reason. If I write, I could probably give you more information. When I speak, I just feel more comfortable. So, you guys, are you ready? Now, this pretty young lady writes and says that she's 17 years old. She lives in beep, and she's a junior in high school. She lives with her two younger brothers. Her mother is a single mother. They struggle financially. I don't have many friends, and my heart's been broken by many, so it's hard for me to get close to anyone. I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm alone half of the time, and if okay, I have trouble understanding my existence. I hate how I look. I hate who I am. I'm afraid and uncertain with what I want to do and what I'm doing. With what I want to do or what I am doing. Please help me out. I've been watching you since '09. That is so sweet. Thank you, Boo. I see you as someone I can look up to. Really? I wasn't sure at first if I wanted. Thank you so much. If I wanted to write you, because I know a lot of people write you. If you ever get across my message, I would really appreciate it if you answer. Blah, blah. Okay. This is the first part of what she wrote me, and I'm gonna get to the second part in a minute. But I want to address this to you, young lady. Um, I've been there, and I'm still healing from it. Low self-esteem. You say that you feel that you're unattractive, and I want you to know that everybody on this earth has some sort of attractiveness about them. You might not see it yourself, but other people are going to see it. There were times I looked in the mirror and I just couldn't understand why I looked the way that I looked. I hated my nose, I hated my eyes, my teeth, all that kind of stuff. But after a while, I just started looking at what other people were going through. There's some people that are burn victims and their whole face is just deformed and they're confident. And I asked myself, why am I not confident if they're confident? They're still beautiful on the inside, and looks do fade, so remember that. As far as hold on, you saying that you're having trouble understanding your existence, sometimes I have trouble understanding my existence. I do. The age that I am, most of you probably already know, I feel like I haven't accomplished a lot in my life. So don't feel that way. You're 17 years old. You have your whole life like in front of you. That's what I'm trying to say. And if I could go back and be 17, I would definitely just fix my life right then and there, because I have the knowledge that I have right now. I wouldn't fuck up, and I would know that having high self-esteem is what's going to get you to where you need to go. Don't be cocky. Just think highly of yourself and believe in yourself, and therefore once you do that, you're going to be somebody. When you sit there and you think so lowly of yourself, the people around you are going to think the same. They're going to think that you're a loser. You're not attractive if you don't believe it yourself. I'm really bad at answering these questions. When I first read this, I had what I wanted to say to you like there. I just wanted to make the video right then and there, but I waited, so please forgive me. And you know I do babble a lot. Okay. Now, you're uncertain with what you want to do in your life. Ask yourself this question. What is it that I love? What is it? Simple. It's simple. What is it that you love to do? What's your talent? Can you draw? Are you a good singer? Are you a good helper as far as helping people in need? Could be advice-wise. It could be physically, like you might like to help elderly people, like anything. Think of something that you love to do and what makes you happy inside. And that is the key to answering that question. I was going to school, and I share my personal things with you as I go along answering these questions, so please forgive me. Let me know if this segment is just a miss, like, ugh, okay? But, yeah, I figured out that I wanted to go into television production because somebody else watched my YouTube videos and said, why don't you do something with TV? And it kind of never dawned on me that is something that I love to do. So think of something that you love. It doesn't matter if your mom doesn't agree with you or anybody else in your family think that you're not going to make any money in it. Do whatever pleases you, okay? Trust me. Okay, now she ended up giving me more details to her situation once I told her that I was going to make a video. So you guys listen to this. And please feel free to leave your advice as well, because like I'm not a pro. Okay, guys? Okay. My mom has been traveling with me and my little brothers for the past 9 months due to the fact that she couldn't pay our rent anymore. We then became homeless. We have been all the way up north. My mother thought she would get back on her feet and get a job before everything got worse. We lived in with 5 different families and homes. Sorry, I wear glasses, guys. We had absolutely no one to help us and no money. My mom lost all contacts of our family. There were times where we didn't have anything to eat and my mother would cry, and I had to be strong for my little brothers. I didn't attend school for about a month. I was extremely depressed and had suicidal thoughts on several occasions. I had a boyfriend at the time. We were together for 3 years. When my mom came back from beep, um, she discovered, excuse me, after I said the beep, I kind of messed up the whole sentence, so please excuse me. But anyways, I ran away as soon as I could, and for several days at a time, she basically ran away. I ended up pregnant, and my boyfriend at the time left me for another girl. I lost my child due to mistreating myself. I went back to school my second semester. I didn't do well at all. I got F's that whole semester in every class. It's been almost a month now since my mom got a place, and now I'm starting to get back on track and doing everything that I can to get my GPA up. But I still have that doubt and that heartache, which caused me to lose touch with myself. I feel hopeless, and I wasn't sure where I could turn and who I could talk to until I thought of you. I'm beyond thankful for you replying back. I can't stop crying. I'm just so happy and thankful. You're going to make me cry, and I don't want to, so let me just... Okay, again, I am so honored that you would even come to me for advice. It's at 18 minutes now, so I'm going to end this video with this last part of my advice. Okay, number 1, and I'm going to have to keep looking at your letter because there are a few things that I want to say to you. As far as you living like in and out of different homes and being homeless, thank God. Thank God that you still have your mother and your siblings with you. Because in some cases, when you're living like that, your siblings are taken away and you're put into foster care. So thank God for keeping you guys together as one. And just remember that when you're this low, you have nowhere else to go. You can't go lower. So you guys are getting up there. And I'm so happy that you have a place to stay right now. Grateful. Be grateful. Okay. And be proud of yourself that you were able to be there for your brothers and sisters or your siblings. I don't know if you have brothers. Excuse me. Brothers. Just think about what you've been through and look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm still here. I'm still here. Do you know you could have been sleeping on the street, on the side of the street? Do you ever pass by like a bus stop and see like a homeless person sleeping on a bench, do you ever wonder what happens to them at night, especially when it's freezing cold? Think about all the people that are in situations worse than you, and it's only going to make you realize how blessed you are. I always do that. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I hate something about myself. Then I think about other people that are like victims of acid being thrown in their face, or victims of car accidents where they're in wheelchairs for the rest of their lives, and I sit here and I just think about all the negative. Don't think about the negative. Just think about you coming up from being homeless. Okay? That's number one. All right. I commend your mom for trying her best to get you guys where you need to get in a place. Okay, so you didn't attend school for about a month. You were depressed and suicidal. I've been suicidal before. Yes, I have. And it's not a good feeling. Sometimes I say I'd rather be dead than to be living this miserable life. But again, what gets me through it is thinking about what would my family do if I killed myself? What kind of stress would I put them under? They'd have to pay for my funeral. Then they'd go through all of my personal shit and see things that I don't want them to see. I'm like, oh no, hell no. I'm not going to die and they're not going to see that I have this and nope, nope. I start thinking about little things like that, and I really can't see myself hurting my mom. Because if I were to kill myself, I would hurt my mother to the core. Okay? I would, just the thought of it makes me sad. I don't want to hurt my family. So by you hurting yourself, you're going to hurt your family, and you don't want to do that. And it could be so much worse. There are people, again, you could Google it and see photos of people that are living happily. They don't have limbs. They don't have half the things that you have, yet they're happy. So why should we be suicidal? Why should we take away a life that was given? God gave us this life. He put us on this earth for a reason. And we need to fulfill our... Guys, I'm really sucky when it comes to work. We need to fulfill what we were put on this earth for. I don't know what I'm here for, but I'll find out. And once I find out, hopefully I go down in history. That's how you need to think. Suicide, no more. Anytime you feel that way, please inbox me. And if you want to take it to another level, leave me your number and I'll contact you. You could talk to me on the phone anytime. Because me personally, I don't talk on the phone like that. And for me to offer you my number or you give me your number, that says a lot. So baby girl, if you need me, hit me up. And I'm going to tell you this. I have never in my life had anyone to talk to. I can't talk to my mom because my mom is really, she's different. She doesn't like to talk about suicide and stuff like that. She's just like, no, you know? I can't talk to my aunt about it because my aunt is just like really into church, and it's just like, no, no, no. I got through a lot of things that I got through on my own. So I want you to know that you're going to be alright, okay? And please erase those thoughts. Whenever you're feeling suicidal, I don't know if you're spiritual, if you believe in God. For instance, if you believe in God, I want you to put yourself in a corner, okay? And just start to pray and just start saying, God, in the name of Jesus, Satan is trying to put these suicidal thoughts in my head. Please remove them, and just start talking about all your blessings. And if you're not into God, just do something. Get your mind off of it. Start to draw. Watch TV and go on the internet. Watch me. Something. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm making this like way too long, but let me continue. So you said that you were with a boyfriend for 3 years. You got pregnant, and he left you for another girl. Karma is a bitch. How about that? Karma's a bitch. Don't say anything to him. Let him be with this new girl, whatever. He hurt you, right? But by you being silent and just letting it slide, he's going to realize what he did to you. So just eat that shit up. I know you're very young and you probably don't have what it takes to hold it in. Sometimes you just want to express yourself and just be like, you hurt me so bad. How could you leave me after I had your baby? Listen, or after I was pregnant for you. They're not going to care. These young guys don't care. So just keep it inside, and he's going to be wondering why you're not calling him, why you don't care, and then he's going to come back to you, and that's your cue to give him the, okay? You don't have to really give him the middle finger, but just know your worth. If he could leave you at a time like that, then he doesn't deserve you. The type of person you need in your life is somebody that's going to support you through thick and thin while you were homeless, while you were struggling, while you were pregnant. Can you really see yourself with somebody that's going to leave you at a time like that? Mm-mm. You could do so much better. And the girl that he's with right now, he's not going to stay with her either. In order to get over this guy, you need to think about all the negative things that he put you through, and you'll be able to heal faster. That's what I do, and it's worked. It's worked. It might take some time, but it's going to work, because at this point in my life, I can never go back to anyone that's mistreated me. I can only do better. So with you, take it as a blessing that you are not pregnant anymore. I know it's sad that you lost your child, but take it as a blessing. You didn't have to go and have an abortion. The child was just taken away from you, and God knows why. Because he sees better for you. He sees you doing more, and not as a baby mama. Okay? So next time you have a boyfriend, please wear a condom. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to get pregnant again. Please don't. Alright. Again, you mentioned being a bad student. You had straight F's and you're not doing good at all. Growing up, I never did well in school. Ever, ever, ever. My parents never took care of that situation. I ended up finding out that I have a learning disability. I didn't know it until college. But even in college, I was getting straight F's. And I always wanted to give up. But I realized that once I started doing something that I love, I started to get A's. And I've never seen an A in my life until I got into college. And when I was in middle school and high school, I got A's in art. But that's about it. So clearly, art is my thing. And you need to find out what your thing is, honey. You need to find out. I'm going to end this in a few, guys. But as far as the F's go, don't focus on high school and being popular and looking cute. Focus on your education. It's going to bring you way further than your looks will. So you looking in the mirror and feeling unattractive and you feeling like a loser, once you start to get good grades, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to feel like you're on cloud 9. And nobody say nothing to you to bring you down. Trust me. When you're in high school, you see people that are just so popular. They're so attractive. And you wish that you could be in their shoes. Guess what? Years down the line, those same people that you were looking up to and wish that you could be part of their circle, and they were so prettier than you and better than you, I swear to you, about 80-90% of the time, when you see them after high school, they've I wish I could show you pictures of people that used to be attractive in high school and show you what they look like now. You guys would laugh. They fall off. So looks don't matter. Don't focus on your looks. Focus on your education. Get it together, baby girl. Look at yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself and just say, I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I'm gonna make it. And then go do your homework, okay? You need to actually study to get the good grades. I never studied. So I'm gonna let you know, in order to get your shit done, you have to sit there silently and study. I don't know your situation right now, but focusing on school is what I suggest that you do, not on minor stuff, because at the end of the day, looks do fade, and these people that are supposedly your friends now in high school probably aren't going to be your friends when you go to college. So focus on yourself, yourself, and yourself. Guys, thank you for sitting here and listening to me yap, yap, yap. I don't give the best advice, but I tried. Okay, so for the 2 people that I made this video for, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to inbox you now and let you know that it's up. This is my longest video thus far, 30 minutes. Peace.